It was a time when kingdoms fought for power and alliances were forged in the halls of royalty. The marriage to Lord Theron would soon be finalized, an alliance meant to secure the kingdom's future. Leanna knew this day would come, and now it had. The kingdom's survival was tied to this political match, but her heart didn't share in the union. It was not a choice she had made, but one that had been decided for her.
The marriage to Lord Theron will finalize our position. The kingdom depends on it.
Yes, Mother.
You will meet him tomorrow. It's time.
I understand.
The royal court watched as Leanna and Lord Theron moved through the gathering. They appeared the perfect match, an image of unity to strengthen the kingdom's position. But beneath the surface, their relationship was anything but warm. Theron's eyes were distant, his manner cold. Leanna, ever poised, mirrored his formality, though the distance between them was palpable. This union was political, a duty, not a love affair.
We must appear united, Leanna. The court expects it.
Yeah, I know.
This will strengthen the kingdom. We must remember that.
Yes, sure. For the good of the kingdom.
Leanna floats to the edge of the shore, away from the eyes of the court. The wind carried the salty scent of the sea, and the quiet rhythm of the waves filled her ears. Floating there, she felt a deep loneliness, as though the weight of her life pressed against her chest. Her marriage to Theron was set, but it wasn't her choice. Her future was already written, but she still wondered, was there something more for her than this life of duty?
Is this really my future? What if there is more to my life than this?
The ground shook beneath the palace, a deep rumble that reverberated through the waters. The seaquake hit without warning, sending shockwaves that rattled the reef. Panic spread quickly as the coral trembled and the waves crashed violently against the shoreline. Leanna, though shaken, moved with purpose. The healers needed help, and she didn't hesitate to dive into the chaos.
What can I do to help?
Help us stabilize the injured. There is damage to the northern reef.
I will go there now.
Be careful, Princess. It's dangerous.
Don't worry, I can handle it.
Leanna swam swiftly toward the northern reef, where the damage was worst. Among the rubble, she saw him, a young merman, trapped beneath fallen coral and rocks. His body was bruised, but his eyes were filled with a mixture of fear and pain. Leanna's heart skipped a beat. His fin color marked him as from the enemy kingdom. But that didn't matter. He was in need. She couldn't leave him to suffer.
He's from the enemy kingdom. I can't leave him here. Hold on, I'll get you out.
I'm not from here. You shouldn't help me.
I'm helping you because it's the right thing to do.
Leanna took Merman quickly to a forgotten tide chamber hidden within the depths of the reef. The cool, hidden waters were undisturbed by the turmoil above. She placed him gently on a bed of seaweed, her heart racing, not from fear, but from a deep, unsettling sense that she was making a choice that could change everything. She had broken the rules, but she couldn't bring herself to turn him away.
You're safe here, for now.
You should have left me. They will find out.
No one will find you here. Rest now. You're safe for as long as I can keep you that way.
The merman's breathing slowed, and Leanna sat by his side, watching over him. The tide chamber was quiet, save for the occasional shift of water around them. She thought about the consequences. If anyone found out, it would be a betrayal of her kingdom. But the merman was just a wounded soul, and in his eyes she saw no enemy. The weight of her secret grew heavier with each passing moment.
I'm breaking the rules. But I can't just let him die. You're not the enemy. You're just a man who needs help.
Leanna's visits to the tide chamber became routine. She kept Ren hidden, tending to his wounds and making sure he stayed out of sight. Their bond grew stronger with each conversation, but Leanna felt the weight of the secret heavy on her shoulders. The longer she kept him hidden, the more dangerous it became. But every time she looked at Ren, she couldn't imagine turning him in.
You're healing well?
You've done too much for me.
You needed help. That's what matters.
But what if they find out? What happens then?
I don't care. I won't let you suffer like this.
The whispers in the palace had become louder. Leanna's absences hadn't gone unnoticed. She overheard servants talking about her late-night disappearances. It wouldn't be long before someone alerted the queen. The pressure was building, but Leanna's resolve didn't waver. She would protect Ren, no matter the cost.
I can't keep this secret much longer.
What will happen when they find out?
I will take the consequences.
It's not just your life at stake.
I know, but I won't turn you in.
The decision had been made. Leanna could no longer ignore the danger that lurked outside the tide chamber. But looking at Ren, she knew there was no turning back. Her actions had sealed her fate. She wouldn't betray him, even if it meant losing everything. Ren was part of her world now, and she wouldn't abandon him.
I'm not going to let them take you.
You're risking everything.
I will face whatever comes, but I won't leave you behind.
And what happens to us?
We will survive. Together.
Leanna swam closer to Ren, her heart pounding. Every moment with him made her feel something she hadn't expected. Comfort, safety, and a sense of peace in a world that was slipping through her fingers. She hadn't meant to let it happen, but before she could stop herself, she kissed him. As they pulled apart, the reality of what she had just done sank in. She couldn't ignore it anymore. The way her heart raced when she was with him. She felt something for him, something stronger than she had realized.
When I'm with you, I feel safe. I don't know why, but I do.
You don't know what you're saying.
What do you mean?
I'm from the enemy kingdom, Leanna. You don't know what that means. What I'm bringing into your world.
You're just a person to me, Ren. Not a kingdom.
That's where you're wrong. I'm more than that. You don't understand what we're up against.
The queen's suspicion had reached its peak. Leanna could no longer hide in the shadows. The palace guards were on alert, and the whispers had turned into threats. Leanna knew she couldn't keep this secret much longer. The time had come to face the truth. She either exposed Ren or continued risking everything. She chose to protect him, no matter what the cost.
We can't stay here. They will be coming for you.
You are willing to risk everything?
I have no choice. I made my decision.
Leanna stayed beside Theron at court functions, the image of a perfect political match. They were seen together often, but the affection expected from a betrothed couple was absent. Theron spoke of alliances, strategy, and security, while Leanna remained silent, her thoughts drifting far from the political games being played around her. She had to act the part, but inside she felt disconnected from the life she was meant to live.
We must present a united front, Leanna.
Yes, of course.
I have noticed you are distracted lately. Is everything all right?
Everything is fine, Theron.
Good. The kingdom expects us to be strong.
I know.
After the function ended, Leanna swam quietly away from the others, seeking solitude by the reef. Theron followed, sensing the tension in her movements. When he approached, she didn't turn to face him. The weight of her thoughts seemed unbearable. This was the moment she had been avoiding, the moment where everything had to be questioned. The marriage, the future, the life she was bound to lead. She couldn't go through with it. Couldn't marry him, not when her heart felt torn.
Theron, are we doing the right thing?
What do you mean?
Our marriage? Is it just because we have to? Because of duty? Because of the kingdom?
It's what's expected of us. You know that.
But is that enough? Is that all we are to each other? Just a political match?
It's not just about us, Leanna. It's about the kingdom, and you know that.
I am not sure I can do this. I'm not sure I can marry you if it's only for duty.
Leanna couldn't keep it in any longer. She swam close to Ren, her heart heavy with the weight of her secret. She had spent so much time pretending, but now she needed to speak the truth. Her life, her future, was being dictated by someone else. The tension in her chest made her words tumble out before she could stop them. Ren had no idea how much she was struggling, but she would make him understand now.
I can't do this anymore, Ren.
Do what? What's wrong?
I'm supposed to marry Theron, but I can't. I don't love him. It's not real.
Theron? Who's that?
He is the man I'm supposed to marry. My parents arranged it. Everything is for the kingdom.
But you don't want that.
No, I don't. I never did. I don't know how to keep pretending. It feels like I am being sold off.
Then don't pretend you don't have to marry him.
I wish I had a choice, but I don't. The kingdom needs it. My future is already written for me. I don't know if I can get away from it, but I can't live like this anymore. I can't marry him.
Theron had begun to notice Leanna's increasing distance. She was no longer the princess who attended every function with a smile. He saw her slipping away, her mind elsewhere. The warmth they once shared had faded, replaced by cold formality. Suspicion gnawed at him. His gut told him something was off, and he wasn't going to ignore it.
Keep an eye on her. I don't trust this change. Follow her when she leaves the palace. But, my lord, do as I say. I need to know what she's doing.
The servant swam quietly after Leanna that evening, staying out of sight. He watched as she entered the hidden tide chamber, and through the crack in the entrance, saw the fugitive. Ren, from the enemy kingdom. He recognized the distinct color of his fin immediately. The servant returned to the palace, his report clear and damning. Ren had been hiding in the tide chamber, and the secret was no longer safe.
My lord, she's been hiding him. The enemy merman. He's in the tide chamber. It is as I suspected. Gather the guards. We will bring him to court.
That night, the palace guards stormed the tide chamber. Ren was dragged from the water, his hands bound, his face defiant despite the chains. Leanna swam forward, desperate to intervene, but the guards stopped her. Her heart pounded in her chest as they brought Ren before the court. The queen's voice echoed through the chamber. The court was already set against him. Leanna opened her mouth to speak, but the queen silenced her with a sharp gesture.
He is not a spy. He's just a boy who needs help.
Silence, princess. You will not speak in his defense.
He is from the enemy kingdom. He is a traitor, and he must be dealt with.
He is not our enemy.
He is now. His fate is sealed.
The court demands his execution.
No, you can't do that.
Theron swam into the royal chambers where Leanna waited, his expression cold. He wasted no time, speaking in a tone that left no room for argument. The deal had been struck, and Leanna had no say in the matter. The wedding had to happen, and it had to happen now.
You will marry me tomorrow. There's no time to waste. If you don't, Ren dies. I will make sure of it.
I can't do this.
You don't have a choice, Leanna. This is for the kingdom and for you to protect Ren.
But you know I can't love you. You know what this means to me.
It means survival. It means duty. You will marry me tomorrow or Ren faces execution. You choose.
I can't, but I'll do it to save him.
The next day, the elder stood before the kingdom, his voice loud and clear as he made the announcement. The royal wedding was to be held tomorrow. The kingdom rejoiced, unaware of the sacrifice Leanna had just made. She swam by Theron's side, her heart sinking with every passing second. The cheers, the celebration, it all felt like a distant echo in her mind. This wasn't a union of love, but of necessity. She had given up her heart to protect Ren.
Tomorrow, Princess Leanna will marry Lord Theron, uniting the kingdom and securing peace.
This is for the good of the realm, Leanna.
Yes, I know.
Leanna swam down to Ren's cell. She had no more excuses left, no more lies to hide behind. The moment had come. She had made her choice to save him, but the words felt heavier now than ever. She swam in front of the bars, her heart breaking with every passing second. Ren looked up at her, confusion and pain in his eyes.
Ren, I'm marrying him tomorrow.
What do you mean? Why?
I am marrying Theron to save your life. If I don't, they will execute you.
I never asked you for this. You don't have to do it.
I know, but I can't let you die. I can't lose you.
You have already lost me, Leanna. If you choose him, you have lost me.
I never wanted this, but I could not let you die.
Leanna swam away from the cell, her heart shattered. Ren's rejection cut deeper than she could have imagined. She had given up everything to save him, but it wasn't enough. He had chosen his own fate, and she was powerless to change it. She could feel his eyes on her as she left, but she couldn't look back. It was too late now. The decision had been made, and her heart was already broken. The royal court was filled with hushed whispers as Ren stood before them, the gavel ready to strike. The air was thick with tension. Leanna's heart raced as she watched the proceedings, her worst fears threatening to surface. She had already been told that Theron's plan would save Ren, but hearing the court's ruling felt like the final blow. Ren was now officially sentenced to death, and the truth of it hit her like a wave.
By the authority of the court, the prisoner, Ren, is sentenced to death for espionage.
No! This can't be happening.
I'm not a spy. You don't understand.
You heard the sentence, but don't worry. It is already arranged.
How can this be happening? You promised he would be saved.
Yes, but we are not fully married yet.
Once the court had dismissed, Leanna swam quickly to Theron, her heart pounding in her chest. She needed confirmation, a promise that the plan would work, despite what had just been decided. Theron, seeing the panic in her eyes, remained composed. His mind was already set on what needed to be done. He had made his arrangements. Now it was just a matter of Leanna playing her part.
Theron, you said you will save him. After everything, you will still do it, won't you?
Leanna, listen. Once you marry me, Ren will be freed. I made sure of it.
But the court, they have sentenced him. What happens now?
The court can do nothing. His execution won't happen. It was always part of the deal. You marry me, and Ren lives. That's the bargain.
And if I marry you, you will save him? You will keep your word?
Yes, I will. Once the wedding is done, Ren is free.
The next day, the wedding was announced with great fanfare. The kingdom rejoiced at the union, believing it would secure peace and stability. Leanna swam beside Theron, the weight of her decision bearing down on her. The cheers of the kingdom seemed distant, and her heart felt numb. She was about to marry a man she did not love, but she had no choice. Ren's life was at stake. Leanna's eyes drifted to the sea beyond the palace. A part of her longed to escape, but she had made her choice. There was no turning back now.
By the will of the kingdom, Princess Leanna will marry Lord Theron tomorrow, securing peace and prosperity for the realm.
I am doing this for Ren, but I'm losing myself in the process.
Tomorrow, everything will be set right. This is for the future.
In the days following the wedding, Leanna swam through the palace halls, her heart heavy with the weight of her decision. The kingdom was secure, but she couldn't shake the worry for Ren. Was he really safe, as Theron had promised? Leanna still wondered if she had done the right thing, but she was unsure of the plan Theron had promised would save him. In a quiet, dimly lit chamber, Theron stood before the guard, a few gold coins in hand, securing the final step of his secret plan. He had already arranged for Ren's release. Now, it was just a matter of ensuring the guards did their part.
The plan goes as discussed. You'll free him, but make sure it looks like an escape. He must be gone by the time anyone notices.
But, Lord Theron, if anyone finds out...
No one will. I will ensure it. Just make sure the release is quiet and clean. No traces. His life is now in your hands.
Understood, my lord. We will make it look like he escaped.
Good. He is free, and so is Leanna.
Later that evening, Leanna sat alone in her chambers, her thoughts heavy after the wedding. The weight of her decision lingered, and the emptiness seemed to grow with every passing hour. A servant swam in with a solemn expression. She didn't need to say much. The look in his eyes was enough to tell her everything.
Ren had escaped.
The words struck her like a wave, and she felt a mix of relief and sorrow flood through her. He was free. The promise had been fulfilled, but the cost still burned in her chest. She swam to Theron to confirm what she had just learned, the weight of it pressing down on her.
He's gone, Theron. Ren is really free. But you could have allowed me to see him one last time.
You have done what's needed, Leanna. He's free, as promised.
I'm happy you kept your word. But I never thought it would hurt like this. I never thought I'd lose him. Completely.
His life was the price of the kingdom's peace. Don't forget that.
Leanna swam to the reef, the place where she had once hidden Ren. The memories of their time together filled her heart with both sorrow and longing. She had saved him, but at what cost? She had lost the chance to be with him, to hold him, to love him. Leanna knelt by the water, holding a shell in her hand. She placed the shell into the tide. She whispered a final goodbye to the love she had lost, knowing that she had done the right thing, but wondering if it had all been worth it.
I saved you, Ren. But I lost everything in return. I gave up everything for you, and now I'm still alone. I hope you're happy. I hope you're free. I never thought it would end like this. I never thought I could give up my own life to save yours.
Thanks for watching, Diary Gang. That wasn't just a story, that was a memory. Tap subscribe to join the Diary Gang and keep riding with stories that hit different. Cheers.